Hello, welcome. Fish here with a DCS video. This video we're going to look at the Sinai map, and I haven't done a video from DCS for quite a while. There's a lot of competition out there and a lot of people doing really good videos. But I felt I wanted to do this because a couple of things. One is the Sinai map. I've just started to explore it, and for me it's by far and away the best map that DCS has produced so far. And the maps that are being produced by DCS seem to be just getting better and better. The other thing is I'm finally able to run VR with very smooth frame rates and no micro stutters. And I am using asynchronous space warp, which is equivalent to motion smoothing. The actual frame rates I'm getting are somewhere between 60 and 65 over this city area, and you can see with pretty high settings on DCS. But notwithstanding that, with the ASS switched off, I still get those stutters, and it's unplayable for me. So I have a feeling that the latest update with the Sinai map has given better performance, and also there's been a recent update to NVIDIA drivers. The combination of these things have given me finally a setup with my 4090, which gives me an extremely smooth experience, and this is just stunning. Like looking at this in the distance, just to be able to see buildings as far as the eye can go, and all the buildings close by are just flashing by smoothly while I'm going at this high speed. So I'm going to do a tour. I'm going to do a tour of Cairo, which is the largest city on the map. It's the largest city in DCS World, I think, now, and it's absolutely fantastic. And just give you a sense of what you can achieve with the Sinai map and with VR. And I have to say, the PICO is absolutely fantastic for me. I know many people in different parts of the world can't access the PICO, but I think I have a feeling that the Quest 3, when it's released, will probably give an even better performance than the PICO. For anybody who's watched any of my recent videos, you'll know that I'm a really big fan of the PICO, having come from a reverb, because of pancake lenses, because of wireless setup, because of lightweight, a balanced headset, because of no need for Windows Mixed Reality, for a whole plethora of reasons. I can't speak highly enough of the PICO. So with that in mind, we're going to start. We're now at the Nile, right in the centre of Cairo, and we're going to head north for a while, and then we're going to climb and come back around, and we're going to travel then. Just give a sense of, looking left and right there, give a sense of what you can see in the distance in terms of buildings and population. And you can see where the river splits, and there's a lot of land in between. Now I'm going to ditch my ordnance here to give me some more maneuverability. And stitch them into the river. It's an appropriate place to put them, I suppose.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Okay, we're going to push up our speed, and you can see we're getting to the northern bounds of this city, although there is a lot of population clusters all the way along the river, right up to Alexandria. We're not going to travel that far, we're going to keep the video short. So let's climb, and we'll just have a look at how the terrain fades as we climb away. You can see the grey areas there are where the buildings are filled in. Now they're fading into the distance. I have the distance setting set at very high, so we can see the objects as much as we need to. Maybe a bit more clarity obviously in real life, but they fade away nicely in the distance. They don't look like they're popping up at any stage or any time. So we're going to actually climb over the top here. We have enough speed. And we're going to put our brakes on. That gives a sense of the scale. You can see, just about see the pyramids out there on the right. So all that land in between the pyramids and the river, and also to the airport and the river, it's all just fully populated. So as we get close, you're going to see the buildings now filling in more. And like I said, perfectly smooth and clear, and everything in the cockpit is clear for me. You can read everything nicely, with the exception of maybe some of those details that don't have enough contrast on the center MFD there. Okay, we're going to level up and brakes off. Flaps off. So you can see those helicopters in the distance. They show up nicely. I don't know whether you can see them. I can see them here. And you can normally tell when the frame rate deteriorates when you pan your head left and right in the cockpit. You get blurring of the MFDs, and there's absolutely no blurring in this case. We're just getting totally smooth experience. Up our speed a little bit. We're just going a little bit too slow, and we can see some large, the variety of buildings and structures and clusters is absolutely fantastic. And I have dynamic traffic on full, and the city is just awash with moving vehicles, trains, trucks, buses, cars, and even these river boats, as you can see them there. Again, now we have the river splitting up into two. We're going to take the left-hand branch. We're heading south now, so we're on the western branch of the river, and you can see much more large downtown kind of buildings, skyscrapers along this part of the river. Nice reflections on the water of the buildings there. And I've also noted that with the dynamic lighting now, if this was illuminated at night along the river's edge, there's a whole lot of street lights, and those street lights are even reflected in the water, so it's absolutely gorgeous at night. Not as interesting as on a video. You have to kind of experience it in VR or even on your 2D screen. Another split in the river. Keep an eye on my speed here, we're at 250 knots. Loads of bridges, all full of traffic. And we can just see over my right eyebrow there, just outside the hood canopy, you can see the first of the pyramids. And we're going to continue on down the Nile. Let's just climb a little bit, just get a sense of how far the city stretches. Left and right, if we look back, you can see there's a bit of highland over there, and beyond that we have the airport. And on the right you can see we have a bit more green space now. And a lot of those buildings. A lot of smaller structures and smaller buildings. Okay, so let's turn back around. And we do pass on the west side. At a slightly different altitude. Give a sense of the buildings to the left and right. So you can see no evidence of popping up here. Everything looks nice. So if I'm moving my head to the left and I'm rolling the cockpit there, I do get a little bit of shimmering on the buildings, but once I stop doing that and fix my gaze, it's absolutely perfect. Everything goes by the pit smoothly. So I'm not going to travel the sites, the pyramids and the various sites. I leave that to you. I won't spoil the experience. I think it's worthwhile doing that if you have this map and you haven't done that. And there's lots of other things to see. The Suez Canal is absolutely fantastic as well, and they're only the few bits that I've explored. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, feel free to like or dislike, comment and subscribe, and until the next time, this is Fish Out.